A funny thing happened. World Series ended, so did a certain bully and stalker's time on social media. Yeah, uh, Brian Brian's social media all of a sudden disappeared on Halloween, the day after the World Series ended. Just like that, his Instagram gone, his threads gone, Facebook gone, and yes, even his TikTok gone. Yeah, both TikToks gone. Yeah, so Brian's social media was all of a sudden gone without a trace. Now, something told me that he would resurface somehow and pull some nonsense because he's desperate for attention. And then 3 days later, he was back. Yeah, so on November 3rd, uh, Brian Brian was back with a pathetic whimper because here he is subtexting again. More and more subtexting. Now, this screenshot features three of his posts, and two of them were subtext towards myself and my friends Miley, Mira, and Casey, who he callously referred to as a league of losers. My goodness. And there's the false accusations of stalking. We're not stalking. We're the ones being stalked by him. But here's the thing that I have to point out. When he lashes out at Miley, he takes a shot at me calling me her scruffy looking, nerve hurting boyfriend. Oh boy. Now let's get to that scruffy part. That's the most offensive part. You know what he's trying to say. You know what he's trying to say. He's making fun of my hair. Well, most notably, he's making fun of a black man's hair, a black hairstyle. You know, black hair has been mocked and ridiculed and side-eyed by bigots for years. I mean, he may as well say, there's another word. There's another word for scruffy. There's another word for scruffy out there that's used to insult black hair. It begins with N and rhymes with happy. And trust me, he may as well have used that word when it came to me. And Brian wonders why I say he's anti-black. It's because of this. So yeah, he falsely accuses us of being on his case. We're not on his case. We only call out stuff that he pulls on us. But then he subtexts Carissa and bashes her and slanders her to no end. I mean, it's ridiculous what he does, and it continues on. These group of posts see Brian falsely accuse Carissa of being this controlling person, saying how he never got to do anything because of her, this, that, and the other. But here's a statement that really sticks out with me. So, says, you wish my favorite team to lose every game. Okay, let's go to that. Because as a devout sports fan, I can see the holes in this whatsoever. Now, Brian said, his own admission, Brian said Carissa was never into football. Okay? Anyone who's not into sports wouldn't care about what our teams want. Okay? It's plain and simple. The only people who want your favorite teams to lose are other sports fans. Okay? Because here's the thing. I'm a Packers fan. More on that a bit later. But I'm a Packers fan. Okay? Say I'm dating a Minnesota Vikings fan. Of course the Vikings fan want my Packers to lose. I want the Vikings to lose. That's common sense. We're both sports fans. We want each other's rivals to lose. Brian's own admission saying that Chris didn't care about football. So of course she wouldn't give it. Why would she even have any vested interest in his teams? Brian is lying again. And then here he is, the rest is just false accusations, even trying to falsely accuse Carissa of seeing a whole bunch of other men. Seriously, this guy is a devout misogynist. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous how disrespectful he is to women. Yeah, and this screenshot shows his pity party continuing. The false accusations of stalking and some texting towards Carissa is ridiculous. But I want to talk about this one because it's very, very annoying with me. So he says, "I don't understand white woman tears." He said that. I don't understand white woman tears, huh? Let me tell you a little story. Some time ago, I was actually falsely accused by a white woman of committing horrible, horrible acts. Okay. The white woman's name was Autumn Lee Martin, and she falsely accused me of horrible things because I called her out on her racism. So don't tell me I don't know what white woman tears are, because I've been on the receiving end of it. You haven't. So for him to say something like that proves he knows absolutely nothing about me. Absolutely nothing. Well, actually, there is one thing he knows about me. He knows I'm a Packers fan. Why else would he subtext this? He knows good and damn well I'm a Packers fan. Why else would he subtext this? This was from Sunday during the Lions-Packers game. Okay? Packers were getting beat, and there he is posting that junk. He knows good and damn well I'm a Packers fan. This is absolute subtexting. Absolute subtexting on another personal level. In short, Brian Kemp is just desperate for attention and desperate for any sort of sympathy. He deserves neither, because he's a bully and a stalker and an abuser. And people like that should not have any spotlight whatsoever.